Hi there. So yeah, I just uploaded a video of me playing this deck, but then I thought, yeah, no one knows what's actually in it. So here's the list of what I've put together as my first attempt at my green-white hexproof standard deck. So have a quick look at creatures. So it runs 4 Glade Cover Scout, 4 Tower Archer, 4 Witch Stalker, and 4 Fleecemane Lion. Now, Glade Cover Scout is a start. It's your 1-drop hexproof creature that you can just load up with auras, which is pretty much your best start, really. Secondly, you got your Tower Archer, which is your 2/1 hexproof reach creature. The reach is actually quite relevant in some cases, which is really nice to have. But I think it's absolutely wicked hexproof creature. It's double green, which is a little bit annoying sometimes, but we're running the gates, we're running the gardens, so yeah, it gets there. It's pretty fine, but it does determine whether to keep a hand or not, that double green. Then up from that, up the mana cost anyway, is Fleecemane Lion. This is the only creature in the actual deck that's not got hexproof, as until monstrous anyway, when it's like hexproof indestructible, which is really cool. I don't really like Fleecemane Lion. I wish it was better, to be fair. Like, I think hexproof and indestructible, yeah, it's great, but it's got to sit there on the field until, you know, turn 5, or, you know, whenever you can monstrous it. But yeah, no, I don't mind this. It's just, you know, this is standard and this is what we've got to work with. But, you know, he might come out, he might stay in. I did try Elvish Mystic in this deck, but I hated it because it just, like, okay, it's not got hexproof and it just dies, so it's no problem. But Fleecemane Lion, yeah, it's all well and good. You can stick auras on it once it's hexproof and indestructible, or if you're in a bad way and you need to come out of a scrape, you can stuff that. But even though it's a 2 mana 3/3, so you can just beat face with it. And then up the curve to the top of the curve for us is Witch Stalker, which is hexproof 3/3. Whenever an opponent casts a blue or black spell during your turn, you can put a 1/1 counter on it. I find that the opponents playing black won't cast spells on your turn because they're playing black, and not being funny, any spell they're going to be wanting to cast in your turn is Doomblade or any sort of removal, Devour Flesh, for example, which really hurts this deck. But yeah, they'll play it in their turn, save themselves getting your creature bigger. But on the other hand, the blue side is really relevant with counter spells and everything like that. So if you are wanting to test this deck out, do not let Witch Stalker get dissolved or syncopated. Otherwise, it's just a bad thing to happen, really, because you want to get this guy down as soon as possible in a control matchup. Another one of, well, this is a one of. Right, Aura Master. It's, dunno really. I just wanted to try it. It just seemed like a thing. It's not hexproof. It's a 2/2 and it's 3 mana. It seems terrible, to be fair, but it does return a target enchantment from my graveyard to my hand, which could come in handy and has come in handy. But other times it's just like, oh, I don't want this in my opening hand at all. But I might try it as a 4th pacifism. So let's move on to the auras we've got in this deck. So we've got 3 pacifism, 4 ethereal armor, 4 gifts of Ozova, and 4 unflinching courage. So you've got 3 pacifism, which you just bunging on creatures really to stop them attacking you or blocking your auraed up guy. Ethereal armor, which is really good. Like, as we play quite a lot of auras in this deck, it's a 1-drop buff really that just gives a 1/1 for each enchantment you control on first strike. Ajani's Presence. Oh no, let's not do that one yet. Gissel's over, which is give your creature a flying, lifelink, and a 1/1, which is, it's okay. It's not unflinching courage, but it's a bit evasive. So, you know, flying over the top with your guy just in case they've got a big guy in front of you, but they shouldn't have a bigger guy than you, hopefully, because that becomes a problem. That's when pacifism really does come into its own, when they've got, I don't know, like Pollukanos and Stormbreath Dragons and all stuff like that. But that doesn't I don't know if it's just me, but they don't seem to see as much play as they used to. It's all pack rats and all garbage like that. This is the nuke in the deck when it comes up. Yeah, Unflinching Courage. Everyone should know what this does. It's a 2/2 lifelink and trample. Absolute amazing aura, which is pretty much makes the deck what it is. The lifelink's so relevant in these two auras. That's why they're both a 4 of, because the lifelink really does make this deck playable, really, because it just needs to get there, because you're going to be taking damage, and if you're only going to play the one creature which isn't doing enough beats, it needs to gain you the life, just stabilise. And the last card I'm going to talk about is a Johnny's Presence, which is there, which is gives it 1/1 and indestructible. The 1/1's relevant, like if you need to just push ahead of something, especially when you got Unflinching Courage and you need to trample over, and the Strive, so you give both creatures 1/1, so it's a +2 buff, which is, I think, is pretty good. But it's indestructible that really sells it to me. It protects you from Verdict, it protects you from Anger of the Gods, and it just protects you from all sort of wipe, really. But it just, and it gives you something, say if you are blocking and they're coming in with something big, it does give you that extra, you know, if they tighten strength or something and make their dude bigger, and you're like, oh right, okay, I'm in a bad spot, on Johnny's Presence. It's just really good. But yeah, as far as the land comes, 24 land. I don't know if that's a bit too much or a bit too less, but it seems to work fine for me. 4 gates and 3 temple gardens. I didn't get my 4th temple garden because I didn't want to come over my £10 budget. So this is £10 deck from one trader, which was really good. The sideboard is really just, don't know, it's just a load of cards that I've sort of scrambled together, really, just from what I've opened in the deck builder kit. But it's got 3 naturalize in there if you ever come across a mirror, which I doubt you will. It's got 3 plummet, destroy type creature for 3. It's instant removal, it's great. Bramble Crush is a bit ambitious, but it gets rid of anything you want to get rid of. But being 4 mana, I don't think it will come in a lot. Destroy target artifact you gain for life, seems pretty good, and then 4 Celestial Flares for removal. And that's the deck, really. Any suggestions, you do let me know. But yeah, this is the green white hexproof deck, and yeah, thanks for watching.